Hello, Potato. We are up in Auburn, California today at the Gold Country Fairgrounds for the 2024 Gold Country Fair. It is our last fair of the season. And normally you come up here and it's, it's nice and cool, and you can get into the autumn with it. And no, it is 96 degrees today. It is not nice and cool, but that won't stop us from enjoying the fair. After all, we did the state fair in 115. We can sure handle 96 up here, and at least there's a breeze. So it looks like this year's theme is Welcome to the Wild Wild West. I'll be interested to see what they do with that. But before we can see that, we have to get our tickets and head on in to the Gold Country Fairgrounds. So we're inside now, and there was a very odd thing in purchasing the tickets. There was a 50-cent processing fee for buying tickets. Whether you're paying credit card, that would make sense. But even paying cash, there's a 50-cent fee for buying tickets, and I'm not sure how else you'd get in if you didn't buy tickets, but yeah, very odd. I don't know why you didn't just raise the price to $12.50. Like, is that going to be the breaking point for some people to not come? Very odd. I would say maybe they were encouraging you to buy your tickets ahead of time online, but I feel like there would have been a processing fee for that as well. I might check out and see if that was the case. But we're in now, and that puzzle aside, we're inside the fair now. So we'll start out here to check out the CAL FIRE Placer County Fire Department display, and then we'll head down the big long hill to check out the rest of the fair. Here we have a map of the historic fire perimeters from 1970 up through this year, and you can see we've had some pretty big fires over the years. Yeah, that's a pretty one. The Caldor file. So that was 2021. That's actually, I thought that was more recent than that. I guess it all blends together.
You want to put it in the side?
I remember hearing about the King Fire back in 2014 as being a rather big one. The Mosquito Fire in 22. And then of course lots of smaller ones off on this side of the county. But, well, it's not in this county, is it?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, this, in case you were wondering, this is why it is so important that we do have CAL FIRE to at least try to keep these things from getting any bigger than they do all on their own. So inside the display, there's lots of great information on like the history of CAL FIRE and on how to help defend your home. Also got this cool little Smokey the Bear bandana. But out here are really nice, and I seem to remember talking about last year at the Manor Festival how it wasn't here, and I wonder if they stored inside, and I think they probably do. But the old historic fire engine with the old brass fire extinguishers and equipment, and they had some around it. It was pulling in when we got here. They have a much more modern fire truck, but I don't see where it went. But I'm sure it's supposed to be. I remember last year they had a more modern fire vehicle up there in that little clearing to kind of juxtapose it. You have like all the stuff. You have your canteen back here, different nozzles, the hoses, the whole historic fire truck, just as I'm sure it was when they used it all those years ago. The water wheel seems to be running a little slow this year, but it's still cool to just kind of stand here and check it out. Of course, it wouldn't be a fair without a midway. As you can see, we do have our standard stuff. We have some like drop tower looking things. We have a loop coaster, the zipper, tilt-a-whirl. We will go check that out later on though. We'll check it out probably towards the end of the video. Take a walk through there. We still have a little trip to go. But over here we have the Auburn Trading Card Show. Last year in here, this was like an anime show. But this year looks like we're just kind of going more trading cards. Let's go check that. It actually seems reasonably busy in here. It's not all trading cards. We do have some comic books in here, but mostly cards. It is mostly. It's also quite warm in here. We've made it down now to the bottom of the hill and to kind of the center of the beginning of the fair. Now, go look around the exhibits. Definitely gonna find something to eat. Haven't had anything to eat yet today. First thing I noticed coming down here is the pizza place. Last year, this was Old Town Pizza, which is a chain that, I don't know if it's a chain, but they have a location in Roseville, I know that. This year it's changed to Red's Pizzeria and Tap House from Rockland, which I've never heard of before. And again, we do need to find something to eat, so that might be a place to try. But it's also, it's our last chance for the season for kind of your traditional, like corn dogs and stuff and funnel cakes. So maybe we'll go something a little more traditional, I don't know. I know we had them last year and they were pretty good. Yeah, we need to look around and see what there is to see here at the Gold Country Fair. Yeah, we do have some good food options here with some nice food trucks. We got the Bacon Mania truck. We've got the Fry Boys, which they're pretty good. Got the West Coast Taco Bar, which last year got some really good tacos from them. I think we're going to at least stop in there. If that may not be our main food, we're definitely going to check them out. Litt Lemons CA. Got baked potatoes over there. And of course, lots of opportunities for alcoholic beverages, because that seems to be a popular thing up here. We'll get some sugarcane hut. Okay, that we might have to try, some sugarcane juice. Never actually tried sugarcane juice before, so that may also have to be something that we check out while we're here. But before we eat, let's take a loop around. The Gold Country Fairground is kind of a unique one. It's, a lot of fairgrounds are just kind of big, flat cement things with some buildings on them. But Gold Country is kind of a little bit of a rambling, wandering, very green space. The only place I can think of that's similar that I've been to is the Nevada County Fairgrounds. Is kind of actually I think even more greener and less cementy than this is. Oh, so we have some sort of a Western dragon show going down there. That must be that Wild Wild West. I don't remember there being a stage over here, to be honest. I think this might be a new thing. That's like the next show's in about half an hour. Maybe we'll pop back over here and check that out. But still, let's finish our initial loop around. Now, I believe there's a demolition derby either tonight or tomorrow night. We're not staying here for it, but this appears to be some of the cars for the demo derby parked over here.
Last night got busy, yeah. Towards the end of the night. The problem is like where we're at. Like once the hall closes down, it's like
Yeah.
As you can see, the Placer County Sheriffs are well kitted out for any minor invasions that may have happen in the general area. Got our nice little assault vehicle, got a turret on top, we got rifle ports on the side. Definitely everything we need, because you know, Placer County is a very, very dangerous area. So it's good to know we are ready for invasion. If the hustle and the bustle of the fair gets to be a little too much for you, you can always come over here to this lovely little calming spot and just listen to the water and watch the water. There's little fish in there and dragonflies, and just kind of come over here and try to peace out. And interesting thing I noticed over here, you probably don't want to be touching this old mine car, especially like today where it's very, very hot and the sun's going on it, because it looks like you may well leave a bit of your hand behind if you touch it while it's too hot. As part of our loop around, we are going to step out of the sun for a minute. And now there's been some changes here. Like, I don't remember that stage being the last year, but don't worry if you're afraid things have changed too much. This building is still exhibits. I guess in here's where we're getting that wild, wild west sort of thing. We have some teepees, we have an old-timey town, we have Lego kits. Gotta look at the Lego kits. Now, of course, these two are just, you know, instructional kits. In fact, I have that one. Looks like this one, they built, they probably got the instructions online, but they built it just with whatever parts they happen to have, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not as cool as making your own stuff, but making do with what you have is a good close runner-up. Now, of course, when we come to the fair, we do have to take a moment to check out the quilts. It's a classic fair thing. You have to have quilts, and we have to look at them to just, you know, appreciate the work and the beauty and the craftsmanship of the good old-fashioned quilt. We have our jams, our jellies, and lots of baked goods, and it's like a little scrap railroad over here. What exactly is this? Is it about the rocks? What is this about? This is just three-dimensional artwork, metalworking train track display. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure I'm looking at, but it's so they found some interesting stuff, or built some interesting stuff. But we had to come check out this second place display because it is Fallout, or at least, I don't know about the helmet, but the rifle, that's a pretty good cosplay-worthy laser rifle there. Who made this? They got second place. Who is this? This is Jordan Swift, age 13. That is darn impressive for age 13. You have a good future of making cosplay props if you wish to pursue it. There's actually quite a bit of Lego in here. We have the Boutique Hotel. I don't actually have that set. I need to get that set. We have... Does this have a name? This is very interesting. Lego and Connect Together. I'm not... Is that a Connect piece? I guess maybe it is. I was thinking maybe it's a Technic piece, but I guess maybe it's Connect. That's a very cool little original build. And then over here, we have a lot more Lego. Got some original stuff. We got some nice dragons. I like those dragons. Got some more kits. Some of them modified. We've got, we're somebody left the door open. That's potentially going to be an issue. We got the bonsai. My wife has that one. Got Hogwarts. It's Minecraft. We have something original, but with a definite Star Wars vibe. Oh, I guess Lego Connects is just the category. So they have a whole category here for just Lego and Connects. It's just to find a spaceship. Not spaceship, but spaceship. Got tractor. We've got Boba Fett's ship. We've got an, was it AT? Was it the droid battle tanks? What are they called? I have one. You think I would remember the name of it? And then over here we have a very cool, like World War I, World War II battlefield set over here. I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say World War II. Oh, this must be D-Day, right? Yeah, D-Day. Because that's them landing on Omaha Beach. Very impressive. Over here in the feed store, I believe I see some more Lego. We have some cars. We have this very cool little homestead here, Miners Ravine. Oh no, that's the name of the club. Does it have a name? Well, if it has a name, it's under the tag, so we're not going to go flipping things around, but it's a cool little farmstead there. It's very nicely done. Got a helicopter. And now these aren't Lego, but they're still pretty cool. Oh, I like that. With the eye on it. That's a cool piece. And we got some, what is that? Vinyl pour art. Very nicely done. And a clone trooper. In the jail, I see some more Lego. We got the big, is that the McClellan? That's like a newish one, isn't it? The McClellan? Maybe it's not the McClellan. But that looks like definitely a challenging build. We have this very cool piece by Dominique Herrera. Okay, no name for it. There's some words here. Maybe you want to pause and read those. Interesting use of teacups to make little fairy gardens, looks like. Of the fairs we go to, Gold Country is probably the one that has the best selection of table settings. And there's some real nice ones this year. I like the teapot on that one. Also the whole, like, the fairy theming with the mushrooms, and the fairy. We've got it's like your miner or your cowboy, your cattle rustler set up over here. I mean, I don't know how sanitary to have a spur on your plate, but it does look cool. And look at these from right side around. Got some more cowboy looking themes. Dragonfly one's kind of nice. More cowboys. And then on this side, good matching there. Got that kind of that red speckly camp stuff. Lemons. I kind of like the lemons. And of course, Murica. Gotta have Murica. But that's not all. There's a whole nother table over here with more. We've got like a pumpkin harvest sort of a setup. Some more lemons. Blue. And let's go on the right side. Look at these last 3. I think it's the last 3. And again, we're going for more cowboy theme. More just kind of a western theme in general. And then looks like more harvest. And I think my favorite, the lemon one is really nice, but I think the fairy one with the teapot is probably my favorite of this year's selection. So here we have ourselves a little photo opportunity. You can get yourself done as a wanted picture. We got some like fake beards and stuff. We're not going to do that, but it's still pretty cool setup. And then we have this display, it looks like by the Del Oro FFA with their little balloon-headed scarecrows. Apparently it's how they define their Del Oro FFA community. I remember seeing some of these at some of the other fairs. We have some shots from when we had that Aurora Borealis a couple months ago. And we shot some fireworks over the lake. Is that... I think that might be Lake of the Pines. They at least used to do fireworks up there every 4th of July. Oh, do like that one with the train. Well, I think that's actually, at least according to the title, that may actually be the big boy that we went and saw in Roseville back in July. That appears to be it, actually on the move, probably between Roseville and Reno. Over here in Winning Best in Show, we have another shot of Big Boy. Look at that.
I'm down.
It's a very nice picture of it. I kind of wish I could have gotten out there and got some shots of it while it was on the move, but you'd had to drive, I think, fairly, because it left like in the middle of the night, so you'd have to drive fairly far to get ahead of it and get the shots of it in daylight. But some people get some nice shots, so those are really good. I missed them on my first pass through, but here in the saloon, there are some more quilts, some more quilting examples. In fact, you probably saw them when I was looking at the plates over there. And some more nice quilts. Well, if I liked the teacup fairy gardens, these are actually really impressive. We have some suitcase fairy gardens. These are put together by Alicia Adair. And then down here we have Best of Division. We have Radio Flyer Fairy Gardens put together also by Alicia Adair. Alicia must really like their fairy gardens, and hey, they're good at building them. Also, that little piece of mossy wall art is very interesting in a good way, in the best possible way. Who made that? That is, unsurprisingly, also by Alicia Adair. Very prolific young Adair. While we've not actually finished our initial go-round of the fair yet, we haven't finished our loop, it is getting close to time for the Wild West show. So we're going to head on down there and get ourselves a seat and watch the Wild West in action.
Wild West show, 15 minutes, right down here.
Sorry, what was that?
Wild West show.
We gotta take off. Yeah, I'm just shitloads.
Okay. We'll just say hi to everybody.
Everybody come on in and see the old Gold Country do some really awesome shows.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Gold Country Fair. I'm Buffalo Bill Cody. We do Wild West shows. We're here to entertain you today. We got some of the best. We got John Wayne, the Duke. We have the Old West legends from all over the stage here. So sit back in those comfortable chairs you're sitting in and enjoy the show. Duke, you take it from here.
All right, I want to thank you. All right, folks, pull up a chair. Get close. We're going to be doing a nice show for you. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Well, they freed me from this prison. If the railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little further down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Does Auntie know the song from this company?
Yeah! Thank you!
Now we're going to do a gun safety show right now. And I need Ricochet Dave and Texas Red, also known as Deputy Andy. Cowboy Andy. Come on, guys, get up there. You got to remember now, these are Hollywood blanks. I call them Hollywood blanks because they've been using them in Westerns since 1903. Now, there's been some incidents happening, but over 200, I guess it was 2,000 different Westerns. No one ever got hurt, except for a couple of times. Now, what I'm talking about, these are blanks. They won't hurt you from a distance, but up close, without the right supervision, they will burn a hole in you, put you in a hospital. Okay, so with that, Ricochet and Texas Red, Cowboy Andy, let's do one right now. Now, if you got sensitive ears, you may want to put your fingers in your ears because it will make a noise. Now, when I'm going to say fire in the hole, and he's going to shoot that target. Okay, what do you want to say, Ricochet? Okay. Are you ready?
Ready!
Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole!
Fire!
100.
Now, Ricochet Dave is going to show you. Now, again, that's only a blank. There's no lead. That is only powder, and there's a primer, and that's about it. Now, you see what it will do up close, and that's why a lot of Hollywood actors stand at a distance. At a distance, it's very safe. Up close, it could be dangerous.
There was 20 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather before a bullet fairly ripped. And the Ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip.
Big iron on his hip.
You want to pull the hog legs or go to Yeah.
Wait a minute, my gun's jammed.
Well, your gun jams are going to get shot. Put it down and then you won't get shot.
Oh, this is a bad day.
Put it down and you won't get shot.
Okay,
Is it down?
it's down.
That wasn't fair. Okay.
Yeah, Auntie, go down.
User error.
From Alaska's cold to the Everglades, from Rio Grande to Maine, my heart cries out. My pulse runs fast in a mighty hurt domain. You ask me why I love her? Got a million reasons why. My beautiful America beneath God's wide, wide sky. Thank you.
Well, you better decide which one of us you're gonna marry. And you better be quick about it. You better be quick about it.
Girl, just put your clothes
I'm
back
really
on.
getting sick of waiting for you. I got wrinkles, I'm old.
I'm available.
Hi, darling. How you gonna go back to jail?
Oh, I see you got the suit this time.
I gotta work.
Yeah, we'll die. yourself.
They got me pretty good.
Whoa! Shoot! Somebody shoot him!
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Come here. You don't have to die. Come here. I'm going to make you a deal. Come here. I'm going to make you a deal. Put your gun in your holster.
No. But
Tell you what.
Do you want some gold?
I'll tell you what we're going to do to you, Pilgrim. We're not going to shoot him. No. We're not going to, we're not going to be that way. You know what we're going to do to him? We're going to hang him. You call that justice? You want to marry him?
That's justice. Isn't that justice?
So what would you have to do with your ranch?
Yeah,
Now that would be a face worse than
my
death.
outhouse. That's the most important thing. And build a cabin, and stack all the wood.
Okay, you got it.
No! Hang me!
You got it.
Hang me! Hang me!
Having watched The Legend of the West, let's now finish our loop around the Gold Country Fair.
What is my dear for now? We simply cannot pass up a chance to check out Brad's World of Reptiles. We always see them at various local fairs. Here we have the best and only way to see a rattlesnake, through glass. And of course, as always, we have the corn snake, which is not made of corn. We've seen this before at other fairs, but it didn't used to be in a case, and I think it didn't used to work. But this is supposed to show you how a snake bite, like how their jaw works. We have like a real snake skull there, and then we have this one, which you can see the whole thing just unhinges and opens wide. Imagine the cheeseburgers you could eat if you could do that with your jaw. I bet when you clicked on this video, you didn't think you could see the underside of a tokay gecko, but you did.
We'd always laugh and go, oh, it's underneath.
Whenever we see this guy, he's always in this exact same position. It's like he just waits for food to wander into his mouth.
Welcome to the Old West, Auburn, California, where it started 135 years ago. So thank you for being here. Hope to see you again.
Look over here, they have more over here.
No fair is complete without a trip to the vendors hall, just like an anime convention, only less stuff to look at.
The body posture is like, I'm fading. Alright, fix the time?
Yes, ma'am. No time.
We got our part.
This is, I think, a new thing. I don't think I've seen it prepared before. Meat. They're just selling meat. And you get a free freezer, so that's pretty cool.
How are you doing?
Good. Since it is very hot out here, we decided to get ourselves a Litt Lemon frozen lemonade with candy kebab. Put a straw in there. Let's give that a try. They say it's very good. Let's find out. Very sweet. I think maybe I'm a little too close to a little try from the center. Yeah, I got a lot of sugar in that first taste. But yeah, it's very nice, very refreshing, very cold. Perfect for a like 95-degree day out here at the fair. So we may have waited a little long to get to eat because we kind of got a fair amount of food for the two of us. I went over, of course we got our Litt Lemon lemonade there, but I went over to the West Coast Taco Bar truck and picked up some Korean soul tacos. We've had these before. I remember if it was at the Gold Country Fair last year, if it was at the Mandarin Festival. But I've had these before. They are a ginger soy marinated beef with a sriracha aioli and cucumber salad on it, and of course some green onions. I also picked up one of their Mexican street corns, and my wife went over to the Pancho Villa BBQ truck and picked up a 2-meat platter, which came with, you got the tri-tip and the pulled pork, as well as fries, baked beans, and 2 generous portions of garlic bread there. So we have a lot to try here. Let's guess let's work our way from right to left since we've had the tacos before. Let's try some of the beans. They are a very, very soupy baked beans. but I'm hoping that means they're also going to be more savory, like the kind that I normally prefer, as opposed to the sweet beans you normally get in the US. They're pretty sweet, a little peppery. I would say they're not like Bush's sweet, but I would say maybe Van Camp sweet.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are good. So I would like a little bit more savory, but they're good. The beans have a good texture too. They're good. They have a good firmness to them. They're not like gushy or anything. Try some of the pork. I think this will be the best for me from this meal. Very tender, very smoky. Actually kind of melts in your mouth. I'm actually really impressed with that. I mean, we do like maybe a little barbecue sauce or something, but the texture is really good. And it's got a really good smokiness to it. Let's try some of the tri-tip.
Super tender.
Yeah, that pork is like literally like dissolved in my mouth. I was surprised at that. All right, that's probably a bit more than I actually need for a taste. Got a little pink there, looks like, in some of this. That's to be expected. All right, here's some of the tri-tip. Again, very tender. Not melt in your mouth, but very tender. Not dry, not overly chewy.
Really good, but I like the pork better.
Both of them, of course, there's barbecue sauce here, and both would profit from that barbecue sauce. But yeah, on the run, I like the pork. I do like the pork better myself too.
So good.
Let's try some fries. Can't go wrong with fries, right? It's a sugared seasoning.
Ooh, yeah, different.
Yeah.
A little peppery on the tongue.
A little bit.
Not much.
Like at the very, very end, I'm getting mostly the sweet, but it's got a nice flavor to it. And then garlic bread. Gotta love some garlic bread. And that's nice. Not overly garlicky. Bread's reasonably fluffy, but
really
cooked.
Good.
Just a little bit of crunch to it. All right, let's try the corn.
Bread's always good.
Gonna put a little of the lime on the corn first. Since it's here, might as well use it, right? If I can. Well, most of it went on my hand, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's try our Mexican street corn.
Very pretty.
It's very nicely done. They put the crema on there with one of the little like multi-spouted bottles. It's very heavy. Really good. Not spicy. And a nice little bit of tartness from the lime. But the crema is really nice on it. A little saltiness. Yeah, I didn't try that last time we tried the West Coast taco bar.
That's good.
But yeah, the corn's really good. And then finally, let's try the tacos. Get them actually on the camera here. Now, of course, we've had these before, so I have no expectations these are going to be anything but fantastic. But that was last year. This is this year. Let's give them a try. Look at that. I got a lot of cucumber in that bite. But under that, meat's nice and chewy. I would say not as strongly flavored as last time. It looks the same. Maybe it's because everything else here has so many strong flavors. I'm not getting as strong of that. And even though it is sriracha aioli, there's like no heat to that whatsoever. At least not on the bite that I took. What do you think?
It's really good.
It's really good. I want to say it was maybe a little bit more flavorful last time, but it is really good. We got like all good stuff here. So
there's a lot of flavors.
Yeah, we have a lot of strong flavors in this table, so having this last may just have kind of gotten lost in all the flavors of everything else. But it's all quite good, and we're going to try to eat all of it now. we have the opportunity here to try something that I've seen in videos like in Dancing Bacons. I've seen them drink this tons of times, but it's sugarcane juice from the Sugarcane Hut. And they just runs stalks of sugarcane through like not a grinder, like it just kind of like presses it really, really flat and juices it into a cup of some ice. As you can see, it's a very interesting color. Yeah, it's all here is just sugarcane juice and ice. Let's give that a try.
Maybe you want some of those.
Wow, that is unsurprisingly really sweet. A little thick, a little syrupy.
Interesting.
They offered it with like less ice. I don't know necessarily why you'd want less ice. So
Yeah.
it's very, very strong as it is with the full ice, and it's like a little bit thick and probably melts the ice very quickly because I don't think the sugarcane is refrigerated. It's just like in a bucket. They have like a bucket of sugar canes back there. But it's a unique flavor. It's not just sweet. It's got something else going on there. I guess it's like just the kind of unrefined sugar flavor.
Grassiness note.
Yeah, maybe it's kind of like almost like that raw sugar flavor, like because it's unrefined. So maybe it's just kind of like a raw sugar flavor, a little grass. I mean, sugarcane is essentially like a grass. So yeah, very interesting. I'm glad we tried it because that's one of the things that you see in videos, but I don't think we've ever had the opportunity to try it before. But now we did, and now we have. And it's one more thing we can say, we have in fact tried. So let's take a little more looking around the fair, and I think we will wrap things up. So as if having a cup of just pure sugar was not dessert enough, we also went and grabbed a slice of fresh apple pie. Let's give this a try. Now, not Apple Hill. This is something else. It's very thinly sliced, thick top crust here. I lost most of my apples. We'll give it a try here. I'll go back for a rush. Getting a lot of flavor from that top crust. Makes it maybe a little bit dry. The apples have just like the slightest bit of crunch left to them. They aren't like totally turned into mush like some people do with apple pies. I don't like that way. I like a little al dente in my apple. But yeah, it's it's a fairly thick top crust there, and it does kind of overpower. Let's try some apples on their own. There you go. I think it's just that a lot of the flavor in this is in that streusel. A lot of times the apple pie will have that like strong syrupy flavor to it, and this one doesn't really have that.
It does, but just not. It's only in the apples. See, I'm mostly getting just like flavor of the streusel, and I just didn't get enough of just the apple on its own. Try to dig a little more of that out of there. The flies seem to like it. The streusel is a little much.
The apple flavor still seems a little subdued.
Yeah.
The cinnamon and flavor still on the apple is a little lighter than I think most people would do.
This is the thickness of the streusel, and then
I just had a bite of just apple, and still I wasn't getting. Yeah. I'm not getting a ton of the cinnamon and stuff.
No.
It's good. It's different. I don't think I've never had an apple pie, I think, with this thick of a streusel on top of it. It's very interesting. I definitely wouldn't call it bad, but it's definitely different than I think anything I've had before. But it's a good finisher to our meal. Can have some pure sugar to go with our apple pie, and then for real this time, head on and look at some other stuff. We've had way too much to eat. We've seen a Wild West show, caught a little bit of music, and it's just one more thing we have to do before we leave the final fair of the season, and that is check out the Midway. Of course, Midway is best viewed after dark, but we're not staying that much longer, so we're not going to get to see it in its glory. But we'll get to see it at least in the bright light of day. And I have to say, I don't know how well the camera's picking this up, but this ride is playing some of the creepiest circus music I can think of. Like, I'm expecting the killer clowns to come marching out any second now. Look, it's our friend from the State Fair. It's the Green Cookie Monster. Gotta love the Green Cookie Monster. It actually doesn't have a Sesame Street tag on it. Could those actually be, like, legit? I mean, I haven't watched Sesame Street in probably 30 years, probably more actually. If Green Cookie Monster here is like a legitimate Sesame Street character, please let me know in the comments, because I was totally unaware of Green Cookie Monster before the State Fair.
You guys want to play?
Of course, I always love to see it. The teeny tiny Ferris wheel. I think I've never actually seen it working before, though. That's kind of cool. And with that journey around Midway, we will bid adieu to the Gold Country Fair and indeed to the 2024 fair season. We had our county fairs, we had our state fair, we had our Gold Country Fair. From here on out, it's all kind of more harvesty themed stuff, your mandarin festivals and your apple hills. It's we're done with carnivals for 2024. But next year is a whole new year, new carnivals, new fairs, and we will do our best to
check them out as well. It was a good time. It's a nice way to say farewell to the fair season. Wish it had been a little bit cooler. It was a nice breeze, but you know, 90-something degrees is still 90-something degrees no matter where you are. But definitely eating too much. Definitely get some water, because pure sugar is not super hydrating, as it turns out. But I think if we get that again, they had flavors. I think next year, if they're back, we'll try some flavor in our sugarcane juice. But yeah, that does wrap this video up. We ate too much. We walked around in the heat. We didn't actually buy anything other than food, though, so that's good at least. But I want to thank you for joining us here and joining us all season at the fairs. I hope you found them at all interesting and entertaining. If you did, give this video a like and go back to those videos like it too. Why not? Like the channel or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.